What's up YouTube, this is Collect Pokemon and welcome back to another video. It's been a while since we did a little face-to-face. I want to wish you all a very happy 2024. It's going to be an interesting year for Pokemon or any other trading card game in that sense. While I was sick and coughing and stuff, I've been binge watching a lot of YouTuber making videos, and it's great to see that there are a lot of newcomers, new people coming into the YouTube community, talking about investment and Pokemon cards and stuff. Um, but many of them, I realize that there's a common trend, you could say, that in a way does bother me. Some of you guys said that I've been holding back on my video. No, I haven't been holding back. It's just that, I'm trying to get a better gauge at the market right now, what people are thinking and things. So yeah, this is gonna be a collect Pokemon, you know, talking about what he thinks about other YouTubers. I'm not trying to create drama here. To be very honest, some of those YouTubers are relatively small. Mine channel is very small, but some of the other ones are also very small. Some are larger ones, but a lot of them, all tend to do one thing, um, and they simply pull out a graph on tcgplayer, and they tell people that, oh, shilling rain is going up. Look at the price of these cards are going up. Oh, look at this. Have to look at the 3 month trend, the 1 year trend. Telling off how other YouTubers are misleading because they're only looking at, I mean, to be very honest, just looking at TCG player alone is already misleading. I mean, you have to look at a much wider spectrum of sales record from eBay, TCG players, and so on. You know, by complaining that other people are not comprehensive enough, while some of you guys are only looking at TCG player, really does bother me, because that's not how we look at trends. That's not how we look at investment. You know, no one looks at a up and down graph simply saying that this is a good investment or not. I mean, if you guys are into stock market, you know that there are different types of graph you can read, and that includes things such as the candle graph, the candlestick graph and stuff, not a simple line graph plotting sales records. So it frustrates me, and it does make me laugh when people just look at the TCG player record, because that's the easiest record to get. You just go on TCG player, you type in the card you're looking for, and that's it. They're not even bothered to look at sales record. Back then we have to go to like 130point.com to look at actual sales record, actual offers that have been sold on eBay, and so on and so on. Now people are just so lazy that when they want to talk about price, they simply look at TCG player. But don't get me wrong. I mean, I don't want to get you guys wrong. It's okay to look at TCG player alone, but just say that this is just from one source of record. Don't say that, oh, I'm very comprehensive because I'm looking at a 1 year's record. No, you just press a freaking button on TCG player and that shows a 1 year record. So it really frustrates me, and that's not how you read graph. It's just stupid, to be very honest. Now, this brings me to the key of this idea, or the key of this video, which is to inform you guys that if you guys are really into investing Pokemon, the graph, the point, the sales point, what sales price it's sold at, it doesn't really matter. And I can tell you why it doesn't really matter. I come from a place where it is close to Japan. And Japan is very famous for its buy list of a lot of cards, especially the waifu lilies. Many of them, they listed that their buyback price is a certain point. But when you go and ask them, they're saying that, oh, we've already completed it, so we can only offer you a much lower point. So for example, the Straw Hat Lily from Collection Moon, the buy list price on Clove is PSA 10, it's 1.8 million yen. But if you go to them, they'll just say, oh, we can buy back for around 1 million yen. What a lot of these Pokemon investors channel, what they don't understand, well, first of all, they don't even have a lot of these products. They're not even telling you. They're telling you it's a good buy, but they're not really even buying these products, which makes me laugh, because if you're telling your viewer to buy a certain product, shouldn't you be buying those products yourself? Anyway, so apart from that, another thing you have to really think about is the idea about market. What are you like seriously? Yeah, there is a price. There is a listed price, but it doesn't mean that the product will sell. If you really are looking at TCG Player record, what you should be focused on is the number of sales in the past 10 days. You know, Chilling Reign, yeah, it's doing well. It's going for 160, 170. But how many of these booster boxes are actually being sold on TCG Player? People are shitting on like Champions Path. If you take a look at TCG Player, let me know in the past 10 days how many Champions Path Elite Trainer Box was sold. You need to understand that investment is a perception. You know, there's two people that would buy stuff. You either really like it, or Pokemon cards. You either really like it, or you believe that it has a potential to grow in the future. How do you tell that there's a potential to grow in the future? Well, sales records. For example, my Sun and Moon collection Moon Lily last sold price on PWCC was $8,000, $9,000, but that was back in September 2023. When people don't see a moving trend, when they don't see sales record, when they don't perceive that product to go up, it doesn't matter what price it is at. People can list it at any price. And there will be one or two people that feels like, yeah, I'm happy with that price, I'll buy it now. But that doesn't mean that the trend or the price will continue to go up, because you need to be able to show this progression, this demand for a certain product. And that could be told by the number of sales record, the actual sales record, rather than the whatever price it was sold last. Because that doesn't mean that it will continue to go up. It might stagnate for a few more years, because simply, yeah, there's this price, there's one or two people that will buy it at this price, but potential investors are not going to see it as something that will go up. They're not going to put their money in. And when they don't put their money in, it stagnates. So when we're looking at investment, it especially in collectibles and trading cards and things, the numbers of sales record is very important. And it doesn't matter what kind of rare cards you have. If there's no trend, when there's no noise, even if you put it on eBay for auction, you know people that like that card would have already bought them. People who are looking to buy them are buying them for an investment opportunity. So they wouldn't simply search out that card simply. So a lot of the time, a lot of high-end, more rare products, sometimes you can actually get it for a much lower price than the last sold price on eBay if it was an auction. Simply because that it just doesn't generate as much volume, as much noise, and people simply just don't know about it. So yeah, that's my take when we're looking at investing. In 2024, there's a lot of people telling you to invest in this Pokemon card, lots of new investment channel. But seriously, when you're thinking about Pokemon investment, don't just look at last sales. Don't just look at numbers, but rather the volume of sales, which are a little bit more difficult to find because you don't see it on a graph. It doesn't tell you. You actually have to click into it or search it on eBay to see how many records of sales were there in the past 10 days. You actually have to count them yourself. But that's that. That's still some due diligence that you have to do in investment. You can't just look at a simple line graph. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So great way to start off 2024, teaching you guys how to invest in Pokemon cards and what to really look for. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace. This is Collect Pokemon. Bye bye.